Hi, I'm Liz. Welcome to another Mindless Musing. Today I'd like to talk about something a little bit more serious than in my past videos, and that is suicide and abortion. Now, when you're in your mother's womb, you are developing things and attributes that you need for this life that you're going to be born into. You're developing fingers and toes and hands and legs, nose, ears, mouth, eyes, things that you don't really need in the womb. You need a heartbeat and a brain, and everything else you're developing for after you're born. You're developing hearing and sight and legs to walk and hands to, touch things and type and do all the things that you do with your hands when you're older and feed yourself, etc. You need all of those things. And for 9 months, you're developing these things that you're going to need in the next life, in the life that's coming. And if you abort a fetus during development, then the baby cannot develop these qualities and cannot live in this world that we're in the here and now. The baby dies and isn't fully able to exist in this world, right? Well, I think in this world, we're developing qualities and attributes that we need for the next world, what some people would call the afterlife or after death. We're developing qualities that we'll need after this life. I've written down a few. Some that we need is courage, courtesy, detachment, empathy, fairness, nobility, mindfulness, joy, justice, hope, generosity, forgiveness, reverence, steadfastness, trustworthiness. Those are some of the things that I think we're developing now for the next life, right? So we're here, and we're here to develop a closeness with God and to get ready for the next life. So I think that whatever religion you are, and I don't care what religion you're in, and if you have no religion but you just believe in God, or if you even believe in a higher being, you think, well, why are we here now? And my answer is that we're here to develop qualities that we will need in the next world. Just like when we're in the womb, we're developing all of these things and we don't know what they're for until after we're born and we grow up and we use them and everything like that. So suicide, I think, is similar to abortion. You're arresting the development needed to be viable in the next life. You're not able to fully develop loving, kindness, courage, generosity, steadfastness, belief, all of those things that you need, certitude. I could go on and on, but what you're supposed to be developing here and now for the next world, right? A devotedness to God, however you call him, whatever religion. I think all religions are equal. They're just different ways of talking to God. It doesn't matter how you talk to him, her, or whatever your beliefs are. I think that the answer why are we here is because we're getting ready for the next life. At least I hope that there's a future life after this one. It's my belief that hopefully I'll go there and it'll be great. But suicide stops. And you never commit suicide because you're happy and joyful and those kinds of things, right? You're sort of ending your life right when you need to develop all those qualities that'll help you in the next life. And so I think of suicide almost like abortion. You're completely stopping the growth and development that you need for the next life. I do think that I can pray and intercede on behalf of somebody who's committed suicide, and I do think that God assists those who have become so depressed and hopeless that they do in their lives. I don't think that people who kill themselves end up in hell in perpetuity and sit and burn for the rest of eternity. But I do think that suicide has some similarities to abortion, and I think both are a bad idea or bad things. And there is forgiveness for those who do either, but God has a design and a plan, and I think there's a lot of joy and happiness in following the natural process of the 9 months of development of a fetus and the joy of bringing it into this world. And I think that there should be a certain joy about death, because really the person is passing on to an even better life. And that is my theory about how suicide and abortion have some similarities. I'm not saying they're the exact same thing. I'm not saying if you kill yourself in this world, you're completely inviolable in the next world. I don't even know if that's a word. But I don't think that you die and you're just dead if you commit suicide. I don't know any of these things to be true. I've never read them in the Bible or in any other religious literature. This is just thoughts that I've had and ideas that I contemplate because I'm very into theology and I love listening to other people's worldviews. And so in my lifetime I've thought of this, and I wonder what other people think. I mean, is there any logic to what I'm saying? Or are the two things completely different animals, completely different circumstances? I'd love to hear what you think, and I'm open to changing my own mind. Alright, thank you for joining me this time, and I'll see you next time.